SEGA.
Hello and welcome to this very special Rally Point Extra, which is entirely focused on the vampire counts. In this episode we'll show you how vampiric corruption works. Understanding vampiric corruption is key to understanding how the vampire counts play, and is essential if you intend to take back the world of the living for your own undead empire. In essence, vampiric corruption is an indicator of the level of influence the vampire counts have in any given province. This is calculated as a percentage, with 0% representing an entirely untainted province and 100% representing an area that is fully succumbed to the powers of the midnight aristocracy. For the living races, vampiric corruption is something to watch with a keen eye for a number of reasons. Firstly, any living army that travels through corrupted territory will suffer attrition. Also, increased corruption in a province means decreased public order for living races. Should public order drop to a low enough point, a rebellion will trigger as a result of this, then an undead army will spawn and attempt to take back the land for the undead. However, if you're playing as the vampire counts, you'll want to use vampiric corruption to its full potential. As such, you should bear the following points in mind. Increasing vampiric corruption in provinces that belong to direct enemies may take too long for it to be a viable military strategy. Instead, build buildings and field heroes that increase vampiric corruption in territory belonging to a neutral faction and allies that you want to get rid of. It doesn't cause diplomatic penalties and will soften these factions up for when you finally reveal your true insidious intent. For instance, you can ally with Empire factions and they may even start to like you, so you can encroach on them and destroy them from inside without declaring war and risking all Empire allies joining in. Beyond the tactical opportunities it provides, vampires really need corruption. Vampire armies suffer attrition walking through untainted land, the lack of corruption burning their feet as they march. They have no building that directly increases public order such as a tavern. Instead, they must spread vampiric corruption to bolster their public order. For each 10% increase in vampiric corruption in their provinces, they get a +1 to public order. So you can get a +10 public order from occupying an entirely corrupted province. Vampires may have some difficulties establishing themselves in uncorrupted territory, as they may need to keep an army in occupied cities to stomp out dissent until their corruption has taken hold. Conversely, human factions trying to take back territory where the vampires have established themselves will have the same issue with public order until they have cleansed the lands. For a more detailed look in vampiric corruption and corruption generally, head on over to our wiki where we have just released a blog on everything you need to know. Link is in the description. Thanks again for watching everyone, and keep an eye on our social media channels for more news on Total War Warhammer.